have a question for you. What do you think will happen if a baby falls down from a third floor? Would he die? It's funny how we think that natural laws or universal laws works the same way as human laws, with exception. And that's completely incorrect. Because the same universal law that helps a person to create abundance is the same universal law that helps a person to create poverty or lack. The thing is, we have to be aware of the law and use it from our advantage. Okay? So today I'm going to show you how you can use this law for your advantage in order for you to get anything you want, in order for you to achieve your goals. Okay? So I'm going to show you how to use this law for your advantage today. Okay? Let's begin. In order for you to understand this law, let's lay the foundation, right? So let's lay the foundation. So we're gonna here today. We're gonna borrow some verse from the Bible, and we're gonna go from Matthew 7, verse 20. Okay, we're gonna use Matthew 7, verse 20. What does Matthew 7, verse 20 say? It says, by the fruits you'll know them. You'll know them. Okay? Now, we have to understand here a couple of things. There are a couple of key words we have to identify. We have to identify and understand the word fruits. We have to identify and understand the word know. Okay? And what does them represent on this particular case for this video. So, by the fruits, you know them. Anything that you're trying to understand, either yourself, either your environment, either the people around you, you must use this foundation. Okay? How do you recognize a good lawyer? How do you recognize a good engineer? How do you recognize a good doctor? Is it by what they are saying to you? Right? Is it by the speech? How do you recognize that a person is either a smart person? How do you recognize a person as a dumb person? How do you recognize a person as a calm person? By the fruits. So what does the fruits represent right here? The fruits represent the action that they take, the thing that you do. Okay? So how do you know the type of person you are? Is it the type of person that you're saying yourself you are? Or is it the type of person that does this particular type of action? Okay? It doesn't matter if you tell yourself that you are a smart person, if you're not doing smart thing. It doesn't matter if you tell yourself you're a calm person, if you do not act a calm way, right? So it doesn't matter if you tell yourself you are a rich person or a broke person. It all depends on your act, okay? It all depends on what you do, because what you do determines who you are, okay? Determine who you are. It's not the thing you know that determines who you are. You might have a lot of information. You might have a lot of knowledge in any area. It's the thing you do with them. It's not the fact of having this knowledge, but it's the fact on how to use this knowledge. Okay? On the same Bible, if you remember, I think that was the Queen of Sheba that said, she said she saw Solomon's wisdom. Okay? So she saw Solomon's wisdom. How can she see that? Because she see the thing that Solomon did with what he knows. Right? So it's very important for you to understand that what you do is what determines who you are. What the person around you do is what determines who they are. Okay? So whatever you're doing, you are going to do something, or you're talking with someone, you do not identify them by what they are telling you. You identify them but what they are doing. Okay? So whenever you're reading a book or any podcast that you are listening to, you do not know this person but what they are saying, but what they are doing. Okay? So you must analyze and study the thing that they do, not the thing that they say. Okay? It's very important for you to understand this foundation so we can go to see why we do recognize the persons by the fruits, by the action. I'm going to show you how and why this is the foundation of understanding the principle, the universal principle I'm going to show you. You might ask yourself, how can I believe this principle? How can I believe this foundation? Who said, by their fruits, you'll know them. By the action the person do, you know which type of person they are. What they act, by the action you take, you'll know what is the type of person you are. So how can we believe this principle? I'm going to show you why and why we have to believe, or why this principle can change your life. I'm going to show you why this principle can change your life. So let me write it right here for you. I'm going to tell you the reason. All right, perfect. Do you see it clear here? All right, perfect. I hope you see it clear. All right, so we're going to start right here. We're going to go to Genesis 1, verse 11. Is that a 1 or a 7? Is a 1? All right. So, what does Genesis 1, verse 11 says? It says, everything, I have to keep the board steady. So, everything reproduces after its own kind. Everything reproduces after its own kind. So there are some keywords, again, we have to understand from this sentence. We have to understand the word everything. So nothing is excluded on that. So everything reproduces after its own kind. Right? So I have a friend of mine. His name is Mark. He's right. Help me filming this. So we were talking about this the other day. The word reproduces. Let me put it right here. Reproduces. Reproduces means produce from. Okay? So in order for you to reproduce something, you are producing it from something. Now you might be asking, where am I producing this something? I'm gonna tell you that here in a minute. But let's just sink in. Everything reproduces after its own kind. Everything reproduces after its own nature. Everything means nothing is excluded from this family. It's universal. Everything produce from, after its own kind. Okay, after its own nature. Now, you might be asking, what is this thing that everything reproduces from? I'm going to show you here what is the thing that everything reproduces from. In order for us to know where is this thing that everything reproduces from, we must go to the previous verses we used earlier in this video. But I'm just going to use one word. It says, by the fruits, you'll know them. So that we're going to use the word fruits. All right? So by the fruits of something, you'll know which type of thing is this. All right? Now, where is the thing that everything reproduces from? The thing that everything reproduces from is always, repeat after me, is always in the inside. So Where is the thing that the foods in this example reproduces from? The foods reproduces from the seed, right? So remember earlier on this video, we thought that the fruits of the thing you do, the fruits of your action, the fruits for your behavior. Now, where all these things come from? They come from the seed. Now, you might be asking, what is the seed? What does the seed represent for me? What does the seed represent for others? I'm gonna show you. Let me just. I'm gonna remove this part right here. You know that the whiteboard it's very very small, so I have to take care of it. I'll remove that here. Perfect. Now, what does the seed represent for you? The word seed. The seed is always inside. Now, what is the thing that is inside of you that is helping you to take the action you're taking right now? Right? So the thing, all these, they are emotions and thoughts. Thoughts. Thoughts and emotions are the seeds that help you take the action you take, right? So thoughts is the way or is the energy. The emotion is what set this energy in motion. Now there are a lot of type of emotion. You know them more than me. There are love, we have joy, we have sadness, we have anger, we have a lot of emotion. All of these emotions move this wave, move your thoughts. Now, any thoughts that you are emotionalized with will be manifested in you, will be pushing you to take any type of action. Okay? So the way you have these thoughts with this emotion in you is what energize you to take a certain particular type of action. I always say to my friends that the events that is happening or the events that are happening in your life do not determine your future. The events, they do not determine your future. What determines the future is the way that you react to them. Okay? Let's say that you were born in a poor country. That does not determine if you're gonna be a poor person. What does determine if you're gonna be a poor person is your decision, is your action based on this particular event. Now, how do we take action? We take action from the thoughts that are united with a certain emotion. This is how we take action. Okay? Now, where are these thoughts that are united with a certain emotion located inside of us? They are located inside of us on our subconscious mind. I'm gonna put it back here. They are located. Any thoughts you have when united with a certain emotion, they are being located in your subconscious mind. Okay? And your subconscious mind react by the script. Let me call it script or patterns, or a common word, habit. Okay? Now, whenever you have a certain event in your life, the way you're gonna react is not based on the thing you know, but is based on the thing that you're habitual to do, the thing that you do normally, habitually. Okay? So this is how you take action. You don't take action based on the information you got. You don't take action based on the habits. Okay? Now, I can help you to change the habits to make you a better person. I can help you. I can show you a way how you can change your habit to achieve the goals that you desire, because every goals have a certain habit that are required. Okay, there are certain habits that are required for any specific type of goal. Now, let me know if in the comment if you would like me to make a video on how to change your habits that are on your subconscious mind so you can achieve the goals that you desire. But in the meantime, remember this permanent. Remember this universal law, which says everything we produce after its own kind. Remember, reproduce mean produce from, and reproduce mean multiply. Okay? So if you have doubt, you're gonna produce more doubt. If you have fear, you're gonna produce more fear. If you have vengeance, you're gonna produce more vengeance. If you have the poor mindset, you're gonna multiply, so you'll be lacking of everything. So it'll develop poverty. Okay? So everything reproduces after its own kind. Let me know in the comment if you would like me to do a video on how to change your habit that or your subconscious mind to achieve your goals. Thank you very much for watching this video. See you on the next one.